can hear destiny calling, calling out my name. Failure and dreams both offering, but both offering change. Surrender offers rest, but I die for peace. Don't need your protection, don't need no shield. Now watch me bleed, now watch me bleed, now watch me bleed, now watch me bleed. The winds of life are blowing, it brings doubt like rain, but I will roll like thunder, and now it's storm like hail. Rise and fall, protecting, both offer change. But I need a pool of lightning and embrace the pain, embrace the pain, embrace the pain. Now watch me feed, now watch me feed, now watch me feed, now watch me feed. Not an option, I will not just survive. Freedom is near, I choose to thrive. I will live full force, never on my knees. I will smash the door if I can't find the keys. I will not back down, I will not yield. Just like William Wallace, I need no shield. I'm not the same, I am not the same. I am not the same, I am not the same. I'm different, I am not the same. I am not the same, I am not the same. I am not the
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and welcome to an ultimate special of Independence Cup. And we've got two giant studs, and as it says on the screen, we've got Chocolate Thunder and Vanilla. Is it Vanilla Ice? Ice, ice, baby. How are we doing, gentlemen? How are we doing?
Yeah, go Paul.
Doing good, man. Doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Well, Geordie, I'll be completely honest with you. You've already won the sexual chocolate on there, mate. Like you're the best looking man on screen apart from me, of course. You've won the best look competition right now, because I'm looking at you and you are just pure sexual chocolate.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Everybody
likes chocolate, right?
I still think you're going to get absolutely pasted, though. So,
well, that's where you're wrong, sir. Because that's exactly what's not going to happen. And I tell you what, before we get into all this, I want to thank Paul. I want to thank Marcus, and I want to thank James over here for allowing me to be part of this. But there's something that I need. There's something that I want. And right now, Mr. Beech, you are in my way. So I got to pick you up, toss you to the side, and go get the Independence belt.
Well, that Independence belt is currently in the suitcase. It's ready to go on the plane, and off it goes to the good old US of A. But I guarantee this, both Independence belts, what are online, yours and David Bradford, who's pulling Merlo, they'll be coming back home with us, as will the world title belts as well. I slept on this last night. I was trying to not be biased, but you know what? I was in bed last night, and I'm snoozing away, and I'm thinking, and next minute popped into my head. Paul Passmore's wrist just went back, and I'm carrying on sleeping. And then I'm like, I had a terrible dream. James Beech actually lost a round on fouls. You didn't pin him; he just lost it on fouls, you know. But we know that's not going to happen. It was just a dream. I woke up and I had my cornflakes, Jody. You are going to the pad. I'm sorry, I might be interviewing you, but this is my brother Chin, and he's going to like just put you on a flop chin press, and it's game over.
And you know what? I expect that. Nothing less from one of the commissioners of this league. But come on now. Now listen. Being the underdog, which I'll take, and I'll even go a step further. I know for a fact there's some people in the United States who want to see me fall flat on my face. However, I'm going to show
who does who like who?
Oh, we don't need to mention names. All I know is that
we need to mention them. Listen, Jordy, we're not like other leagues. We need to say it.
Picture this. Can you picture me walking through airport security with the belt around either my shoulder or around my waist? Can you picture that? Because I can't.
No, not at all. No.
I can picture that.
The only thing I'm visualizing is you like this later on, hugging me, crying, saying, "Please, Mr. Iron Paul, give me one more chance. I'll not let you down." I said, "No, you've been banished to Walls. Go and pay your own flight and hotel." That's what I'll be saying. I can't help it. Sorry, Jordy. Sorry. No, but I must admit, George, I was super impressed. I was watching your Instagram video, and just so you know, you need to allow us to be able to share it, because I was trying to add it into our stories to share it on, and I couldn't do it. So I don't know if you have to do something or not, but just do it so I can start sharing your stuff. But I saw you stood on your plate gripper, and you was actually doing your own weight. Now, that's an impressive feat of strength. But I sort of feel like you're doing a magic trick. Like there's something not quite right there. You know what I mean? I just can't believe you're that strong.
Oh, believe it. Now, looking at me, I'm stronger than I look, and which is fine, and I want people to take me lightly, take me off guard, because I've beaten some good people in the past, got some good pins and some good wins, and the train don't stop here. Look at Marcus. What's up, my man?
Yeah, I keep forgetting I'm meant to do all this. Let's just before we crack on, let's just go through the chat before we crack on, and I'll just say hello to everyone, because that's usually Dean Bolt's job, but I'm about to bring my sister in again. So we've got our man Dan John, Drew24. Obviously, we got you in the chat. We've got Dreamkeeper. I've never met you before. Hello, mate. How you doing? Nice to have you here, if you are a man. We've got Derek Rothrow. We've got the camera guy, Joshua Tandori. He goes well with the naan bread. We got Mighty Moo. Yeah. She's obviously in for my sister again, Drew. So just what's FTW mean for the win? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Been a long guy. Piss off, Drew. It's not happening. We've got Candy Passmore. She's back, like the Renegade Master. Hello, Candy. I hope you're not too upset that I said Paul Passmore's wrist was going to be flopped back like a piece of A4 paper. I've been watching some more of his stuff, actually. James Wall sent me Peanuts in. James Wall sent me some more stuff for him this morning and asked my opinion. So he must be getting a bit worried, though. And obviously, we've got my partner in crime, Marcus Thompson. How are we doing? Right, so
we've got a few more in.
Oh, have I got more in as well? Oh, sorry.
Got...
Oh, Connors, who got it? Oh, the British number one at 65. We got Dan of Quake. I know he'll be joining us shortly. Oh, the one and only Devon's forearm. Fucking hell, they're all in. Wolfie's rolled into town. Oh, they're all coming back. Oh, hang on. Okay. No one denated this. Sorry, well, just more fun into no harm, no foul. Right then, there we go. Let's crack on. Right then. So we're just 8 days away now. It's 8 days before we go to war on the table. It's that time. I mean, people are getting excited. People's blowing up my phone now, sending me little private messages. Oh, Mr. Bossman, can I elbow foul? Will you call this? Will you let me off with half a kilo of body weight? And of course, I'm saying for the right price, of course. Which is obviously me and Marcus can always be bought. Jim knows that. I mean, let's be honest, we've given Jim 5 or 6 titles he's probably not deserved. I mean, no, it's true, isn't it? Like, people said to me, why are you always giving James Beech easy matches? And they're like, well, he's my friend, No, honestly, this is what people say. Honestly, Jody, right?
Do you want me to hit him, Jim?
Honestly, this is what happened. Seriously. So I was speaking with James Wall yesterday afternoon, and I'm walking dog over at field. And we normally speak, me and James, one most mornings when I'm walking dog or something like that. And he gets on and he said, listen, Paul, I've got a problem. I said, what's that, James? He says, you're always giving me tough matches, but Beech is always getting these easy matches. I said, what do you mean? He says, well, let's be honest. You've given this guy, chocolate thunder. Like, and he got battered off Jason Hill, who's a 70-kilo man. Right? And I said, well, yeah, but James has not been in best of form recently, this, that, or other. And he just thinks it's an absolute give me. So James Wall, who actually got beaten by you, believes that you're just an easy touch. Is this true, Jordy? Is it true?
Well, let's go back. You talk about Jason Hill, a guy I compete against on another show. And yeah, I mean, he got me, but it wasn't like a walk in the park, very strong guy. And let's be real. If you watch that match, my best hand is my left hand. That was a right hand match. Let's go ahead and let's get everything on the table here, So, but I don't think when you're a real arm wrestler, and I want your opinion, Paul, and James, I want your opinion too. Everybody in the chat. Once you get to a certain stage in your career, it's not so much about weight; it's about levels, right? So, Jason Hill had a higher table IQ than I did at the time. But I know since then I've went a lot. So ready to sit there and prove it on the table. Do you agree or disagree that it's more about levels than weight as you progress in the sport?
Yeah. I think weight comes. I mean, we see all the time, don't we? Like with Zolievs and Babayevs and Krasimirs and people like that. That then the lesser guys can still take it up to the absolute top. I don't think weight matters until like a certain point. I think once you get to that 90 kilo and you're 95 kilo, I think that it doesn't really matter if you're 95 or you're 155, as we've seen many times with Zoliev and Kaderets and Babayevs and Bresnans, when he was in his top form. So I think that it doesn't really matter after a certain limit. As well as table IQ, I am a big believer, and we speak about this quite often in our club, that if you've got knowledge, the pen is certainly mightier than the sword. If you're in that 1 or 2% differences and you've got more knowledge on a general opportunity, you've given yourself the best opportunity to win. And that's the key, giving yourself the best opportunity. And that's why I'm very much of the old school stuff and the stuff I teach my boys, which I'm very, very proud of, actually. And it's starting to come to fruition, is the old school arm wrestling that I learned from 28 years ago. And, I've not really moved into this modern day lifting heavyweight scenario. I've always been a table trainer. Yeah, I've done physical weights and I've done bits and bats, but I've pretty much lived on the table throughout my career. And I believe that that's given me the biggest attributes to the wins that I've had. Now, would things have been different if I'd juiced up and jumped on a load of gear? Possibly. But would I have also forgotten the techniques? Would I have relied more on the muscle strength rather than the ability that's going around in the cogs? I really don't know. So when I started coaching my boys, I really did just focus on teaching them my way. And I told them straight away, I said, the way I teach you, you're not going to progress the same. You're going to trickle along. But once you hit that area where you're competitive, you will be there and you'll be there for a long time. And that's starting to happen now. You've got James Beech, who wasn't a mega superstar when he first started, but he's built himself a world-class name now. It took years to get James to where he is, but he's learned and he's put the graft in, he's done the technique. I mean, we laugh quite regular. We actually giggle that with James, he was like literally 2 weeks from being thrown out at club. And it's true, James, isn't it? You're like 2 weeks. He come over and I said to him, listen, James, I was teaching him on a Monday night, and on the following Monday, he'd forgot everything I taught him. And I said, listen, James, you're one of those learners that, if I'm coaching you constantly outside the table, you follow instruction brilliantly. That's fine. But he'll go away and he'll forget everything you've taught him. So then I said, listen, if you don't start coming twice a week, unfortunately, I can't do anything for you. He committed to the drive, which was, it's a couple of hours each time. And he did that. And he's
3 times a week.
Yeah, and sometimes, when we camp in, it's 3 times a week. And and he's got there now. You know, that's how he's done it. And then we got Murray Whitehead, and we've got Ruben Hughes and Nick Dodd and others, and Elliot Eccles, obviously, who's been with us a while now. And all these guys are just constantly excelling with the old school knowledge I'm putting in. Now, obviously, you know, they're all weight-based people as well. But predominantly, when we do our training sessions, we don't have any free time. We're just constantly drilling the arm wrestling. We're drilling the back pressure movements. We're drilling all around the clock. You know, we do everything that you would do on weights, but we do on the table instead. And I remember John Brezink once saying that the toughest thing about arm wrestling is you never really truly see the gains that you do see on a stack of weights. You know, if you're doing like your back pressure on a stack of weights, you can see that it's gone from 20 kilos to 22 kilos. But on an arm wrestling table, you can't really judge that. You've got to just go with the belief that you're doing the correct thing and having trust in the process. And all these guys now have put trust into the process of the old school arm wrestling. And each one of them, I mean, we went off to Worlds. James got second and third. I got second. Elliot were world champion 105 senior. Murray got third place. Ruben's number 2 in Britain. Nick Dodd's number 4. We've got Barry Knowles, who's like number 2 in Britain. You know, we've got a club of like beasties, and all the guys are actually coming up now as well, like Demigroff and Big Tom, God's a great fella, you know, and all the others. They're all rising, and then I genuinely believe I'm bringing back a new old school style of arm wrestling, and give it 6 months, give it 18 months, 2 years. We are going to be the club to beat 1,000,000%. So yeah, Jordy, really long answer to your question, but yeah.
Well, you know,
I got George. Sorry. Any questions in chat or anyone talking before we move on?
Holly sent us £5.
Oh, hang on. Let me jump on. Oh, come on.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you very much, Holly. Oh, she's just putting that on live. Thank you very much, sweetheart. You're it's always welcome. I'll put it in the condom fund for America.
Why would
I
you
got
need
£5
those?
in my dresser drawer.
Yeah, but I've heard about you black guys that they'll be too big for me.
You know what, Paul, when you just mentioned that about your training and your club and everything, you know, and if I can echo some of that, I was on my show last night. I had a guest of mine, and I was kind of explaining to him more oftentimes than not, it's the vocabulary. If I want to learn a hook move for some reason, you can go to 10 different guys. Out of those 10 guys, someone's going to say something, and it's going to click, and you go like, oh, I get it now. I understand that. So I do understand that. I mean, we can lift all the weights we want. It's not going to hurt you. But at the end of the day, you know, it's just either a north-south movement or east-west movement. You know, you're not fighting this right here like you are on a table. So, you know, from that standpoint, I do understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, I think what you find is, I mean, I'm like a little really with the guys at the club, because I don't allow them to listen to anybody else. And I'm going to tell you why. So how many times have you gone somewhere, Jordy, and this guy who's meant to be coaching you, looking after you, said, top roll this way. And then you go to another club or another guy and he says, no, try this. And then try this or try this and try that. And before you know it, 10 different guys have showed you 10 different techniques of the same movement, right?
Yeah.
So when they come back to me coaching, they're saying, well, he said do this and he said do that. And I'm telling you, it's this way. So I employ my guys to train with who they want, go wherever they want, compete for whichever league they want to compete for, but listen to what I'm teaching you. Otherwise, it's contradicting and I can't do the job that you're basically wanting me to do. You know what I mean? So I do think there's a certain hierarchy to the training. You know what I mean? So,
yep.
Yeah. Well, any questions in the chat? Anyone gas bagging?
There was a comment. There's a couple of comments. Drew said if Geordie loses, it's because it's rigged. Connor Ducotti said Beech wins easy.
Ooh, let's have a look at that poll then, because I don't know how it's going. I stuck a poll on. It's 60% in favour of Beech at the moment. 40% for Geordie. That's closer than I thought, to be completely honest.
There was another guy on here. He's American.
Tom Averton's in the chat.
Evan Roach, he said he's bred USA all the way, but sorry, Jodie, Beech is going to take you sandbagging to the beach.
I like this comment. Condom fund. Whatever happened to spreading them oats? Gosh, them oats have been spread enough. I mean, what? 17 kids. I've been alive for 47 years. I mean, I've got to some point. You've got to calm down, Jodie, aren't you? You know this. You're a dirty bastard as well.
Ooh, White Wolf sent a super chat.
Oh, Wolf, is he? What? Oh, hang on. He's sending he's throwing us $10. I would trick them. I thought it was $50, but he'll probably give us $50 when we see him next Wednesday.
Do you need glasses, Paul?
Yeah. What's up, lads? Thanks for coming on this evening to promote. Good on you all. Jim, you're even training for Jodie. I heard you were sitting around watching Netflix all day. Going to be on fire.
Tom Atherton wants to know, will the Independent Cup be rerun in the UK next year?
No, Tom. The Independence Cup will only ever come to stay in the UK. It will not be competed in the UK because it's the Independence Cup is what it is, and it's us traveling to America to conquer the land of the free, and literally, basically, just take over it. So it'll be a yearly thing where we go to America. Unfortunately, Tom, but we will be having qualifiers next year for it. Whether or not we do the qualifier for July, 4th of July weekend, that might start to become the Independence Cup when we do Summer Blast, which is going to start coming over soon in America. You know, we've got Winter Blast, Summer Blast. We might just do Spring Blast and Autumn Blast. I mean, I just don't know. Will we come over there and do 4 seasons? Oh, but it might even be done in the 4 Seasons Hotel. We might have already arranged a deal with the 4 Seasons Hotel to do the 4 seasons of Blasts. I mean, you'll just have to wait and see. I'm like Santa Claus. I sneak into your bedroom, empty my sack, and leave the presents.
More like Pinocchio.
No, there's only one Pinocchio. That's Neil Pickup.
Oh, my
And if you've
God.
not seen the video, just click on the link somewhere
Right,
down
we're
there.
not talking about...
Here we go.
No, we're not going to go there. Any road. So, Jim, you're looking stout, as fit as a trout. Is Jodie Thunder getting leathered?
I'm afraid so, mate. Yeah, it's got to be done. I mean, I like Jody. He's one of the guys who I root for, and I hate to burst his bubble, but it's, like I say, it's just another stepping stone. So he's going to be put to the sword.
Oh, so are you going to beat me 4-0? Is that what it is? 4-0?
Yeah, afraid so, pal.
Well, there's not much going on between you.
And some of the videos I've seen you compete in, and I've been doing my homework, and this is a respectful statement I'm about to say. There ain't too many times I've seen you pin. And if I'm being totally honest right now, and all jokes aside right now, I've never seen a whole lot of you get pinned a lot of times. So that tells me that whatever you're doing, the training, your club, you're climbing a step, and you're doing great things, So for me, that's very impressive. And for me to get opportunity to go ahead and compete against you is even more impressive. But I will get some pins on you. I will say that. That I will say. So, but yeah, very, very, very good on the table. IQ, strength, technique, call it what you want. You got the whole package there, sir. So, yes, looking forward to it.
Thanks, pal. Appreciate that. I've been doing my own work as well.
There you go.
And no matter what Paul or anybody else says, I'm not taking the match lightly at all. I've seen what you do, and you're a dangerous opponent, and you shall get the respect you deserve. I've been prepping. I'm taking it very seriously, and I'll try it.
Excuse me.
So fucking hell! Oh my gosh! Did I just hear Jim come out with a load of bullshit, or was I actually dreaming?
We've got another super chat here. Can I read it out? Because I think it's quite funny. I know what number I'd give him, White Wolf. So, Paul, speaking of bastards, I mean tricky bastards, where would you place Jodie, Jim, and yourself on the tricky bastard scale out of 10 for those that don't know? Paul is a full-on 10.
No, listen. So for me, I am the trickiest, sneakiest snake on the table you'll ever meet. None of them were on my standard.
That's why I said you're 10.
Yeah, none of them were on my standard. Jim is a very close 8.9. Let me tell you, because Jim is a right sneaky bastard. So like, he'll take everything in from me. He'll be like watching me, learning, saying, "Oh, what about this, Paul? What about that?" He'll pick my brains and then he'll try and use it on me, and he'll try and find a weakness on me and exploit his coach and his friend, because really he's all out for himself, that bastard. So he's up there 8.9. Jody, I think Jody's he's like I was. I mean, like, well, for people who don't know, I'm actually a man of the cloth, Jody.
You're a man of touching cloth.
No, I have touched cloth a few times, but I am actually a man of the cloth, Jody. And I believe you're bred from the same breath of me. So I would say Jody is an honest 2.5 sneaky rascal. He's an honourable, nice gentleman. But unfortunately, we all know what happens to them. They get the piss taken out of them. They get turned around and bent over off their uncle and take good 1-2s up their arse. And unfortunately, that's what's going to happen to Jody when Sneaky Beats gets hold of him and puts him to the sword. Now, listen, Jim, you might not want to come out and say it. You might not want to slip on this banana skin just in case, because you might not have been in the best form. But we speak regular. So if you're not going to man up and said to that Jody Chocolate Thunder what you really mean, then I'm going to have to go and say it for you. So you can rather come out with it, or I'm going to come out with what you tell me.
Ooh, this ought to be good. This ought to be good.
Oh, let's hear it then, Paul.
Right, okay. So this is what James was running his promo off to me this morning. Listen here, Jody, you absolute shithouse. You're there working in your little boy's prison, probably touching the little poor bums. And what? You go home and you think you're a good man. You say hello to your wife. You cook dinner. No, Jody, no, that's not going to wash with me. Because end of the day, you lost to a 75-kilo man, short, brown, blonde hair, whatever he may be. You might have flipped James Wall's wrist. Everyone knows that James Wall hasn't got a left arm. Everyone knows that James Wall's wrist flops like a flag in the wind. But I'm James the Giant Beech. Forget Judge Dredd. James the Giant Beech. I'm the Commonwealth champ. I'm the British champ. And I'm going to put you to the sword, Jody. You are going to be a laughing stock. I'm going to show you why no one in the heart of the US of A has what it takes to win this match. Because I am coming to destroy you and do what my forefathers didn't do before me. Oh.
Sorry, guys.
I like that.
That's exactly what I said on the phone this morning.
Yeah.
You said all that to him?
Yeah, I did.
I like that.
I wasn't an altar boy, man. I'm actually been ordained. I've actually been ordained because I'm marrying Dean Bolt and Kath. And that was the original deal. He would marry Kath if I got ordained. So as of last week, I am officially ordained to do marriages. So, yeah. So if you want to know God's marriage, then you can come and see me and I'll do one for you all.
Paul Cruz is in the house.
Oh, Paul Cruz.
Cruise control. What's up, my man?
Neil's index finger.
I don't know.
Jody, my man. Hey, guys. Oh, well, Neil's not got an index finger. I got every picture of him. But, fuck off, Neil. His little doll.
Paul, we're focusing on the boys this evening.
All right, well, I want to talk about Neil Pickle's Fliddermite hand.
What day you guys getting to town? Wednesday?
Oh, shut up, Jody. We're having a bit of fun. Hang on. Someone's here to chat. It's the main man, El Presidente himself. Freaking hell. Yeah. What potato were we looking through? What? We can't hear you. No, seriously, we can't hear you.
Was he on mute?
I don't know. I've not muted him. I don't. He'll beat you up. So let's have a look. Who's in the chat? We've got Paul Cruz in the chat now. Can't wait to see him. He's a big bastard, that Paul Cruz, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to beat Stoica.
Yeah, I think he's going to beat him too. I think he's going to smash Stoica to pieces.
Oh my God.
No, I do honestly no. Well, I'm joking, Bogdan. If you're watching, I don't know, man. It's exciting, you know. Like when you have a look at some of the matches that we've actually got going. I'm just trying to see if I can find this media file. But when you look at some of the matches that we've got, I mean that's a beautiful poster, by the way. I absolutely love that one. I mean, Stoker's just like too handsome, and he's very aggravating. He's that handsome.
Really?
Yeah, yes. Do you not think he's handsome?
Not. Well, it's not my kind, but
I think he's handsome. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't like leave him in hotel with Kirsty for a couple of hours because I think he's a snake as well.
It's not all about Luke.
I think Bogdan's one of them. Like them emotional rapists. You know when you split up with your missus.
Dear God.
Like you've had an argument with your missus, and then like oh your mates stick with you, but Bogdan's one of them because she's sat there at corner crying, having a large glass of wine, and he puts his arm around her and goes, "Yeah, he's just a bastard. Him. Yeah, you don't want to bother with him," and then they end up snogging and end up like making love in an hotel room. He's that sort of guy. That's what he does.
Yeah, but having looks doesn't mean you've got personality or charm or charisma.
I know that. I mean, look at James Wall. I mean, he's got none, has he? Sorry, she's just in love with James Wall. So
For God's sake.
really badly. I don't know why. I'm
she's
trying
a
to get
James Wall fan.
Yeah, she's a James Wall fan. I'm trying to get her going out with Drew 24.
Oh my
But
God.
Drew's a nice looking bloke. He'll treat her well. Or muscle bike.
I am not being pimped out, Paul. Thank you.
no, we've already done it. Like, I'll tell you a little story about my sister, right? So we was like, you've obviously seen Roadhouse, the original, haven't you? The original Roadhouse, yeah.
I actually don't know where this is going.
So yeah, you do. Yeah, we do. So me and Amanda are in a local bar. It's called the Boar's Head in Lee, right? And it's a right rough hole. and she's got a lot. She was a bit younger, not like she's now. She's quite old, but she was younger and she had this like low cut blouse on and her knockers were hanging out. And this guy come over and what did he pay? He paid you £10 for a kiss on each tit.
No, he never
did.
He did. You're such a liar, Paul.
You're like that. She's there like that, like pushed up like this. And he said, how much for a look at them? I said, you can kiss one for $10 each.
This is what I mean. Paul, that is not a lie because A, we've never been in the Boar's Head and you don't like me wearing anything that shows any skin. So I might be next best thing to a nun.
Well, I know, but I've got your burqa over there. That's why I don't let you on camera so they can't look at you. Okay, now cover your toes up.
What do you mean?
I'm only joking. No, we have. Oh, I hope he's in the chat. That absolute snake, Phil Woody. Here we are. Where is he? Looking forward to this one. Tough match to call. James is a slight favourite in my opinion. Jody looking strong of late. He's always got that thunderous press in his toolbox. Let's go, boys. Come on. What's your name, Aussie arm wrestler? Sitting on the fence. Come on, Woody. There's no way on this planet you believe that Jody's going to beat James. Not a chance.
Yes, he does. It's called Planet Earth.
Jody. Even your own team don't think you're going to win.
No, I said America. I didn't say team. That's a whole different thing. My team, Team USA, they know we coming for the cup. We're going to drink out of the cup. We're going to take our belts. And we're going to celebrate back at the hotel room. That's how it's going down. I'm telling you right now.
No, it's not. I'll give you. Okay, how confident are you on beating James Beech?
Very confident. Look, listen. I'll beat James Beech. I'll have the belt around my shoulder. I'm going to go buy him a pint. And we're going to sit there and talk shop. Talk about the tournament the next day. That's what's going to happen.
I'll tell you what, right? I'll make you a deal. If you beat James Beech, I'll get Marcus to peck you on your penis. Right?
Oh, God.
And then if you lose, you've got to sit behind me during the show on Saturday while I'm in my throne because I've ordered a throne. I've ordered a throne to watch the tournament, and you've got to waft me and feed me grapes. Do we have a deal?
I don't even feed my wife grapes.
No, I'll put it on. Seriously, $500 if you beat James Beech. But if you don't beat him, when I'm sat in my throne, you've got to feed me grapes and waft me.
Oh, I can get somebody to do that for you. His name is Evan Burgoyne. I'll get him to do that to you.
No. Listen, what do you? The bet or not?
I ain't feeding nobody grapes.
Then you're not that confident, then, are you? Because I would have fucking done it. I'd have wafted you all day if I'd have lost. But
I'm too sexy to feed somebody grapes. Let's get that straight.
To be fair, you're a very sexy man. I mean, they do say once you go black, you never go back.
That's right.
But you know what I said, Jody? Pinker the meat, sweeter to eat. Hey. Oh God, I'll tell you now. Fucking hell, Marcus Thompson there with his sea biscuit. So, right, can we get Dan Earthquake back on? Does anyone else? If anyone else wants to join us in the chat, Paul Cruz, if you want to come on, we can have you on again with Bogdan on another show too. Any of the wrestlers in the show want to come on? I'm putting it in there now, so you can come and join Jordy if you're a Yankee Doodle Dandy, and it's there. You can come on, join us, have a bit of fun for half an hour or so. Hang on, there we go. I'm trying to. Well,
hey James, what size shirt do you wear?
XL.
I got something for you. I'll bring it over with me.
Cheers, Paul.
All right. Do I not get nothing being the promoter?
You get to sit on my lap.
Oh gosh. I told you he's a seedy man.
So Drew's got a question. He said, after Cruz easily wins, does he take on Dulskus?
No, he doesn't take on Dulskus because Cruz would then be, if he won, 105 kilo world champion. Minder is obviously a super heavyweight. So I'll release the news. So as long as both guys walk in around about 106 kilos, I'll get Paul in now and then put it on. Hi, dude, you all right?
What's up, guys?
What's up, dog?
Don't mind me. I'm barbecuing.
My boy.
Oh my God. Who have you got on that barbecue, Bogdan?
No, I got steaks. Bogdan's a little appetizer.
He's over there making Bogdan burgers. Bogdan burgers.
What weight are you, Paul?
Burgers, I got to make weight. I got to have steak, chicken.
What's the weather like there, Paul?
There's my steak.
Oh, my gosh.
It's probably like 45 degrees.
So what's that, Jim, for us? What's that?
Yeah, but it's 3 to 10.
What's that, about 12?
I don't know.
12 Celsius, that, is it?
Oh, I really think it's that warm.
Oh, you do everything in Celsius, I forget.
Yeah, we do things in kilos and well, actually we do stones. I never know why we conform to the kilo shit. Because we never did kilos. We did things in pounds and stones, didn't we? Like, do you know what a stone is, Jordy?
No. I've never even heard of a stone.
Before. I've heard of it used more in Scotland than anything else.
Pounds.
Yeah, like a stone is 14 pounds. So like we'd set were 15 stone 10, and that'd be like 100 kilos or 220 pounds. So that's our old school way of doing stuff. And then we got
way too much math.
European shit. Yeah, it's a strange one. So listen, Paul, who wins this match? James Beech, Jody Thunder. Now, don't be biased. Be honest.
Well, I think it's going to be a great match regardless. I think, honestly, it's a matter of who gets what lane.
Well, they're both top rollers, so who wins?
It depends on who gets there first. It's honestly who it's there. It's either that or they're just going to both slip and go to the straps and be in a war. I think this is going to be the match to watch. That's my opinion.
Really? You think it's going to be that close?
Yeah. You can't underestimate him.
That's right.
I won't take nothing from James. I know I watch it. I seen him pulling for a while. I take nothing from him. I know he's an animal. Jody, a lot of people sleep on Jody, and they shouldn't. And that's why I think this match is going to be such a good match, because everyone's sleeping on him, and he don't play when he comes to show. You know, Yeah, I wouldn't. But
See-
you know, it's like any time. Like you could show up every day, and then that day you show up at the table, you might not be there yourself. You got, you know, it's like everyone else. You know, I could be on fire, and then the next match, all of a sudden I'm sleeping. It's like, what the hell just happened?
Question for Jody. Do you prefer to slip or start in the strap?
Ooh, good question. I think honestly, as far as the strap, you have to earn that. But you know, it all depends. You know, I like to see what I can do outside the strap first. But if it goes to the strap, then we'll go there. What about you, James? What about you? Do you prefer to go straight to the strap, or do you prefer to lock it and see where it goes?
Don't care.
See, I think for me, I've seen you pull, George. You've got that big hand. You cause people trouble with that rotation. The thing is with James Beech, he's got a mega hand and wrist. He's not got a giant hand, but he's got a mega hand and wrist. And if you watch his matches, I can't tell you the last match that he lost in a strap. Like, realistically, I can't tell you the last match he lost in a strap, because that's something that we drill like no tomorrow. He's just got a natural movement into his strap technique. He very rarely loses. And I just feel from the matches I've seen with you that you can cause him to pull out of a strap, and if you can keep hold of his hand, then I do believe that you could get a possible pin or possibly two. But I feel the minute it goes into a strap, it's good night Vienna, because I just feel James is just going to be too strong. I don't think you realise how strong he is. Now, don't forget me wrong. I don't think it's a mismatch. I please don't think that for a second. I don't, because when I made these matches, I did have a lot of things in mind. And obviously, as a promoter, you've got to talk a bit of shit, of course. But I do believe that. But when it goes to straps, he's got a slight edge. As I do believe that that you can get pins on him. I do. I know you're not the same guy who come over to England that time, and you was coming through. And I know you're not that same person. And it's a good job, because literally James Beech is an animal, like a genuine animal. Like his original match was actually going to be right-handed against Paul Cruz. That was going to be his original match, because we wanted to start getting James out right-handed. And I think James and Paul Cruz will be an unbelievable match. I watched lots of stuff. I was on Paul's YouTube channel. I was stalking him. And I was watching. He's got an uncomfortable style. He's a big unit, Neanderthal type dude. No offense, Paul. But he's like that.
I'm not that big.
Yeah, but you are like, you're like, yeah, you were like a fucking prehistoric creature walking around. I mean, look at you now. I mean, like
What do you mean? I'm just an ogre.
Yeah, like literally an ogre. I know, a giant man. But your style is where you just collapse on top of people, and I think that would have blended very nice with James's. But obviously, then we needed for find out. You know, I wanted Geordie on the card. The truth be known, I wanted Geordie on. I promised Geordie an opportunity a while ago, and I wanted to get him on this card. I believe he deserves it. He pays his dues, not just as an arm wrestler, but as a promoter of the sport himself. And he deserves it, and that's just how it is. So I just wanted to nod the cap to him there. So that's why it turned out that way. Now Bogdan's 105, and I'm so happy that you can make 105, because I genuinely think this is how it is. I said it last night. I'll say it again. You've got one lane to beat Bogdan, in my opinion, and that's a fucking good lane. My worry for Bogdan is this: is that
your foot in the camera?
No, that's my sister's foot.
Hi, Jody.
Jody's not with me foot. I'm fucking not a contortionist. No, but my problem for Bogdan is this: he's great at pressing, hooking, and top rolling, but he doesn't excel at one of them. And I do believe to beat Paul, you have to excel at one of them. And I do put Paul as a slight favourite. I said it last night, and I'll put it out there again. I think Paul Cruz could be coming home the new God's World Champion. I do. I really do.
That's my plan.
What do you think, Mr. Earthquake? You watch these guys. You know what's going on. Let's have your thoughts.
Unfortunately, I don't know Paul Cruz, so I haven't got an opinion to say what I think he's going to do. I mean, I know Bogdan. I know Bogdan's very slippery. He's very smart. He's very easygoing. He's a tenacious warrior. So I am looking forward to that match. I was right there in the pub when Bogdan walked in with all the Canadians, and they thought they were going to intimidate him, and he sort of pretended that he was overwhelmed by it all, and he just got on the table and smashed him. So it was quite a thing to watch. So Bogdan is surprising, and I know how good he is. I don't know anything about Paul here, so I'm very interested to see what. And I think it's always good when you've got matchups that you just don't know anything of. You know that if you've got no opinion, you're going to enjoy the match because obviously you're rooting for your own guy. But you know, I want to see a good match, and I'm sure this chap's going to give it all he's got.
Yes, sir.
And Jody, does Jody turn over James Beech? Dan, does he? Does he really?
He's got a fart and a thunderstorms hope, I think. But good on you for having a go.
Fart in the thunderstorms up.
Obviously, I know James, and I've seen James improve, and every time I see him, he improves. And I haven't got a measure, honestly, of what you can do, Jody, because I've not seen you arm wrestle. So, obviously, I'm going to root for our guy, and but yeah, James keeps improving, and I'm just impressed with him. I watched him against Tom Holland in a very close match. I watched him against Adam Caxo, which was a very hard match. I refereed them both, and James is tricky. He's strong. He's calm. He's got everything that you'd want to take the title and do things. So yeah, he's impressive, and he better win else because he's my roommate. So if he don't win, he's going to be in trouble. Judge Dredd or not.
Here's one for you.
Thrown out the window.
Well, we're going to read this super chat, and then I'm going to pull out some matches, and you can all give me your thoughts on it quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll have a bit of fun. Right, so USA all day. These gays are invading the USA. It will be the same outcome as 1776. No taxation without representation. Well, right. Well, we don't really need to go on about this due to the fact that you needed the French, you needed the Indians, you needed the Mexicans, and possibly a few of them Irish leprechauns to beat us. Like, this is pure fact. I mean, it's just bona fide truth that it took about 10 nations to be able to even push us back just out of a few states. And then we thought, you know what? We're sick of this country, and we're pissed off, and we went back home again. We regrouped, and we went and conquered a lot of other poor countries instead.
Well, you can think about it this way. You could actually see what everybody is, what nationality everybody is. We might be able to get most of that all back in there, no?
Well, I mean, what are you, Paul? Are you Argentinian?
No, I'm Italian and Puerto Rican.
Italian and Puerto Rican. And what are you, Jody?
African and American.
African American. Yeah. Well, there's two of you straight away. Like, I'm a pure blood. James Beech is pure blood. Dan Earthquake's a pure blood. And you're all fucking mixed and whatever.
I mean, maybe you guys got to get out more often.
No. Listen, end of the day, your country, it's 51 states of absolute mongrels. Like your country is that big. It doesn't even deserve to be one country. It should be split up into all the little parts. I mean, because you've got you New Yorkers where they're like whatever, and then you've got them from Alabama who sit there with a piece of straw in their mouth. Well, my granny, she used to give me a gobble. My granny did, and she had a pickle stabber, and that pickle stabber that rolled on my foreskin. Yeah. And then you've got them Louisianas, and then you've got them motherfucking idiots. Listen, end of the day, I'm sick of this conversation already.
Jason Merlot's in the chat.
Well, I like Jason Merlot. He's eccentric. He's a nice man.
Man.
Apart from Jason Merlot, you're all mongrels. Every single one of you. Oh, God, I tell you.
Can I just apologise for my brother?
No,
I mean,
don't be apologising.
the sister is nothing like the brother.
Look at you putting yourself on the shopping list already.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
It's all good. You're guilty by association. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Oh, guys, I tell you. Like me and Tim Bresnan, we have a lot of fun. Obviously, me and Tim Bresnan go back a long way. And I don't think he likes you, Jody. But
hey, you know what? I got two people in my corner. I got Paul Passport in my corner, and I got Tim Bresnan in my corner. Just so we're clear. So
is Tim Bresnan in your corner, really?
How can he be in your corner? He's a referee, isn't he?
is he reffing our match?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was reffing the tournament.
He's not. No, I'm going to make him ref the match so he can't be in your corner.
Who are the referees, by the way?
You've got one leg Hancock, because we wanted an American with only one leg on, so he can have his wooden leg on, like the Independence leg, and then hopefully, no, but then it's Tim Bresnan, yeah.
And got Bowman and Bresnan.
I thought Tim was actually refereeing like the tournament the next day. I didn't know he was reffing, the Super Series matches.
And we've got Dan Earthquake as well, who's going to fill in and do a few matches as well. Like he's God's referee.
I'm the last resort when the referees run off with 20 seconds notice. Normally, that's what happens.
Oh yeah, did you ever hear about that story? When we was at your mate Tim Talmadge, when we was in Ireland and we was doing the tack match. So we'd done I think 14, 15 matches. Everything had gone smooth. You had Tim Talmadge and Dan Hanlon, and they were refereeing, right? We've already been held to ransom by Talmadge, but then, cut a long story short, we got to the tack match, and both of them just disappeared during the live show and just ran off. We're not doing it. Took the tops off and ran off. Fucking hell!
Really? Wow.
I had to go and put the tacks on the table, and I said to Ozzy, who was the commentator, I says, just take a bit longer before you introduce the next one, because I've got to actually put the tacks on the pads on the table.
So they said they weren't going to ref the tack match.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted to do that either.
No, they didn't. They run off.
So I come back down to Paul, and it says, we've got a problem. He says, why? I says, you've got no referees. And I had a referee shut underneath in case, and he put the other one on, and we went out there 20 seconds before they called him out. So he was the unexpected referee. It was good fun though.
Josh T said it's him and Ray that are reffing.
Is it?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Josh T and Ray are refereeing at the moment. I don't know.
Who's
Camera
right?
guy.
Josh T, I don't know. Coach Ray, is it?
Yeah. Tell us Marcus as hired Coach Ray. That'll be good for a laugh, wouldn't it?
The Smith. No, I don't know. So Josh is refereeing. Then I don't know. I've not organised the referees, so it's Josh and Ray. So yeah, Josh, hi Ray, nice to meet you. I've never met you before.
No, Josh is a ref. I know that, but I didn't know who was doing our super matches. I don't know if he's just reffing the tournament.
Yeah, see, I'm a bit unsure about Josh. I'll be honest. I like him, but obviously he's definitely batting for other team, isn't he? So when he's like when you're arm wrestling. I don't like them referees that they don't tap you. Have you ever had one? They stroke you, don't they? And Josh is one of them stroke. He doesn't tell you to move your shoulder around. He sneakily just does that through back of your ear and just straighten your shoulder. Oh, to your wrist and taps your hand like a little, Willy Woofter. He's a bit dubious, that one. Let's see what he's saying. We bought wooden boxes for the whole UK team for their return home. Come on, Ryan. Let's stop talking.
That's not very nice, Ryan. And I think I might need to have word with you when I see you.
Oh, somebody else getting a wank.
Absolutely
Listen,
not.
End it there, Ryan. This is how it's going to be, right? You can try and build this on your 98% as much as you want, but the 98% of your men are going to lose, and that's just how it is. 98% of your men are going to lose. So what we're going to do now, when Paul comes back, right? I'm going to pull up some matches, and you guys in the chat, please. Oh, hang on. I must have touched a nerve. Shut up, Paul. LOL. What he means is, shut up, Paul. Oh, stop it. That's what he's doing. Whoa. Yeah. Right, here we go. So let's let's dig some matches out. What I want you to do, I want you to pick the winner and just give a few words why. And we're not going to use your matches. We're going to use everybody else's. And then we're going to come to a final score. Now, we have to be completely honest and unbiased. All right? It has to be completely honest and unbiased. Right then. There we go. Right, so we're going to start with this one. Nathan McKellen and Mantis Danuskas. Right, build a case, Jody. Go on. Who wins?
You know what? I haven't seen anything as far as Mantis goes. I have no idea. It's hard for me to pick someone I really don't know of. I know Nathan Strong. I mean, that's hard because I don't. It'd be one thing if I knew something that I can make a bigger case, but I really can't if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna go with Nathan. Not being biased, but I don't know the other guys. So
Jim?
Mantis. Until you've actually gripped up with him and felt where his unusual pressure comes through his big long arm and his massive giant fingers, you just don't know what you're in for till you've gripped him. He's a freak.
Like, you think you've got big hands, Jody, right? And you have, but you've never seen Mantis's hands. Like, when we tell you, like, Paulie makes your hand look small.
That's impossible.
Listen, your fingers are like a New Yorker's penis, long and thin, slide right in, right?
My hands actually got skinnier with my weight loss.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, the last time I saw fingers like that, they've been dead for 3 years. So, yeah.
Yeah, they just got a hell of a lot of pressure to come with them, though.
Well, I must admit, I'm a big fan of yours after I saw you throwing Ryan Bowen around in training. That was when I first saw you.
I like you already.
I like that guy, yeah. No, I think Mantis, what he's got like literally, no word of a lie, he's got a 7-inch middle finger. It's that big.
And it's that thick.
And you know, he's like, you know, them people who've got like bad nails. He's got like a nail end, and each one's like a you know, what do you call a bell end on end of a penis? You know, the
like
bell.
a hammer, like a hammer toe, like the hammerhead on it.
Yeah. It looks like all his fingers have been hit with a mallet.
Yeah.
He does, yeah. I mean, it's like a comedy hand. It really is. It's like you'll see it and you'll just giggle because you'll just think to yourself, like, you'll just think to yourself, what the fucking hell's that? He's just like some, you know, when we found him, like when we first come across
him. He was in a cave when we found him.
I was going to say, you found him just laying on the side of a mountain?
No, he was in a cave.
Yeah. Well, no, when we found him,
shaved his beard off because he was another Bigfoot, and we just passed on.
There's another Sasquatch on the side of the hill.
Yeah, when I first saw him, he was on that The Greatest Showman, one of them freaks.
Good movie.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. I mean, they should have shaved that woman with that beard, shouldn't they? I mean, fucking hell, look tight that. They should have shaved her. Anyway, so, yeah.
1-1 so far.
1-1. So go on, Paul.
Unless McCallan's been practicing with somebody with a baseball bit on, I think he's in trouble.
Okay.
So 2-1.
Go on, Paul. Let's hear it.
I don't know either one of them at all. Like, I've seen maybe a video on each of them, and they both seem very similar. But he does seem quite big, so I don't know. So I'm thinking maybe Nathan's a little bit of an underdog.
So 2-2, and Candy in the chat, she's saying Nathan. So
no, Paul's gone for Mantis.
Yeah.
Mantis. Okay.
Mantis. Yeah.
Okay.
Right then. So we're going to hit this one. You probably not know.
And that's nothing personal. That's just going from what I've seen in the past. Me, this is a no-brainer for me.
Right. So then I'm bringing up Kevin Keller and Noah Burton. So Paul, build me a case on this Kevin Keller guy because I don't know him that well.
You're going to know him real well after next weekend. Kevin is a local guy that doesn't travel much for arm wrestling, doesn't get the recognition he deserves. He's going to, I think it's Kevin all day.
And is Kevin like whose level would you stick him against? I mean, is he your level? Is he just below that level? Give me an idea.
Is this a right hand or left hand match? That's another thing.
Right-handed, right.
I believe Kevin's left hand dominant. But Left hand, I think Kevin would take me. Right hand, I think I have Kevin. But he's just stylistically for me. Him and I are each other's kryptonites type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get you.
But I mean, he's a 220 guy all day, and without even that's what he walks around at. So he could technically cut even lighter and get lighter too, and still just. I think everybody cuts Kevin short. I think Kevin's going to surprise a lot of people.
Okay, Kevin for the win. Right, Jody, go on. We'll go with another Yankee Doodle Lander.
Noah is not a guy you want to sleep on. You know, I try to understand some of the athletes over there in the UK, but Noah's the real deal. Like, seriously, he is. However, but just like Paul, I don't know a whole lot about Kevin, but I'm hoping he pulls it out. But yeah, Noah is not one to take lightly. So, but come on.
I mean, just looking at him, I wouldn't take him lightly either.
Yeah, just seriously, like that. Those guys, like, they know their stuff. So please don't take it lightly. But Kevin, do it for us. I got 5 pounds on it.
He's got his fiver. Oh, we call that in Jody. We call that a Lady Godiva.
Oh yeah,
the Lady Godiva, a fiver. Yeah.
There you go. Hey.
So both Josh T and Jason Merlo are saying that. Well, Josh T saying Kevin beats Paul Lynn left all day, and Jason Merlo's saying that Kevin's really, really good.
Oh gosh.
Woo, there you go.
Well, I have faith in Noah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I got a little bit of footage on Kevin, but he's right. Okay, so I'm going to build a little case for Noah. Kevin obviously sounds like he's meant to be the favourite. Noah's only been pulling for like a couple of years, just over 2 years, and he genuinely has rose to stardom. He's a former boxer of a very high level. He's come from a family of boxers who were like, well, just for name one, his cousin is actually Tyson Fury, and he was sparring with Tyson a few weeks ago. So Noah's a competitive athlete. He doesn't duck a challenge. He takes on all the boys all the time, and he just gets better and better. Now, he's got a devastating flop wrist press, like a genuine devastating flop wrist press, and he beats people he shouldn't beat because he can get that move on. He's got a king move as well, an open hand king move. No, he's like, I don't know how it's going to go. Like, all I know is that it could possibly be the match of the night because there's no backstepping Noah, and he will always go out on his shield. But if Kevin's as good as people are saying, and he's taking out Paul Lynn, and he's going to put a bleed into you, Paul, then it might be one step too far for Noah. But I've never backed off and doubted him yet, and I ain't going to doubt him again. So I'm going to go with Noah for the win, I think. Go on, Beech.
Yeah, and like you said, Noah's one of them guys. He beats people he shouldn't. Plus, he is fired up for this as well. He is coming in like venomous. He wants to prove himself. He's like made up that he's getting to go, and he's going to want to cement his name and make sure people know that he should be there. He's going in for the kill big time. So I think he could surprise a lot of people. I think on paper he's probably the underdog, but I've got a feeling he's going to get the world with this one.
1 second, I just want to ask Merlo a question. Jason, how does Kevin Keller get on with you then? Because that I've watched a lot of you, and I understand where your level is. Obviously, I've seen you with Tom Holland and Bogdan. So where does it go with you, Jason? Just put it in the chat so I can have an idea. Sorry, Jim, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't want that question to go past. I didn't want it to go past because I'm really interested in this Kevin Keller. I'm going to probably do a lot of watching on him this next couple of days. This is what I love about Arm Gods. This is what I love about this event, that we're getting to see all these guys that you don't necessarily get to see in other events. Like, I only really heard of Paul. He come across me I think when Ryan Grandin messaged me and said like Paul Cruz is up for a poll. He's a beast. Watch this guy. And I remember like jumping onto his YouTube channel, and this was a while ago now. And I've been watching a lot of his stuff. And you know, I'm always like a fucking bird, just watching all the time, and I really enjoy trying to put matches together like a puzzle because I'm a bit obviously full of ADHD and autistic and everything else under the sun. So like I can sit there for hours and I can just build cases on who matches up well. And when I genuinely go from this card from start to finish, I genuinely believe it's a full 50-50 card. I think it's going to go down to the wire. Whoever wins, and I really don't know, and on earth who wins, it's going to be. I mean, we've got 10 super matches, haven't we? We've got 10, but there's 11
I thought there was
matches.
11.
Yeah, but it's 11 with the preliminary match, isn't there?
I thought because we got 11 matches, 6 of them are title matches.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me have a quick look because I'm obviously. So we've got.
I can see 11 plus 1. There's 12. There's 11 matches and the prelim.
Oh, bastard. You know what? I was really upset about that because someone just said about me pulling Woody in chat. Like, I thought that would have been a good one, wouldn't it? It would have invited Woody and it would have been 5 each. I could have pulled Woody and smacked him all over.
So Drew has actually asked you a question. He said that either arm, who would you like a match against at Winter Blast? Could you take on Don Underwood?
Yeah.
And then Greg Sharp was mentioned a little bit further down in the chat.
Yeah, fucking no. I would have. I mean, again, so I was going to come back for Winter Blast and I was actually going to challenge Paul. And then I thought, well, no, give James a match, and then obviously he ended up swapping around and ended up being Bogdan. But originally, I was going to throw out the challenge to Paul because I wanted to come back. I wanted to have a match. But to be honest with you, when you're promoting an event and you're doing this, it's just too difficult. It's manic, and it's very difficult trying to be a promoter and an arm wrestler. And obviously, if I'm going to challenge someone like Paul, I need to be in a full training camp. I need to be actually on the ball, not missing training sessions. And I weren't doing that, so I wouldn't have just not done myself justice. I wouldn't have give Paul. I wouldn't have done justice to Paul because I would have turned up there and I wouldn't have been able to give him 110%, and that wouldn't have been fair on him. So that was a big decision. So I was actually going to go and pull at Winter Blast. If I was to have like a little exhibition at the end of the night, then yeah, I mean, someone like Woody or Tim Bresnan. Just because me and Tim have known each other a long, long time, I'd love to lock up with Tim. Now he's old and decrepit, and he's fucking 117 years old. How
old are you, Paul?
I'm 47 and a half.
Yeah, same as me.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you're a bit better looking than me though. Unfortunately, that's them Italian looks, innit? Piss me off, you lot, because like you're all fish eaters, aren't you? And fucking live to you like 307.
So Ryan,
I'm older than both you guys. Wow.
What? Are you older than us, Jordy?
I'm 49.
Are you really? Bloody hell,
Yeah.
fire! Yeah, but you've got them black genetics, haven't you? You never get wrinkles.
You don't got cracks. No cracks.
That's right, baby.
Yeah.
Cocoa butter.
Yeah, it's all your fault if I come fucking like this next week with Botox and all that.
Ryan
All
says
tightened
that
up.
I'm nicer than you, so maybe you should get me a match at Winter Blast instead. But I've done that a long time ago.
No, you can't have a match at Winter Blast because last time that you had a match, and last time you had an arm wrestling match, you ended up having a mud wrestle, a naked mud wrestle.
You're just such a liar.
Yeah, you did. You murdered. Why are you trying to put yourself up boys all the time? You're my sister. Calm down. Listen, I don't want you to go over there and all these men think they've got an opportunity with you. I've already got James Beech parked outside the door, keeping him away.
Right, okay. Candy, just to answer your question, Candy, sensibly, no, I don't arm wrestle. I did many, many years ago, but I do not arm wrestle. And I definitely don't mud wrestle, although I could if it was with the right person.
Yeah.
She said leg wrestle too.
Oh man, no, she's murdering my sister. You'll see when you meet her, Jodie. She's a hussy, man. Real bad.
Oh my God. Right. Jim, why are you not sticking up for me?
Because he knows it's true.
No, I'm sensible.
Listen, and I'll be honest with you, right? More than likely, I'm only going to say this once and then we'll get back to the matches. More than likely, before you actually see my sister, you'll probably see a camel toe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, honestly, my sister's got a camel toe like Pac-Man.
It would be a worry that you were losing, even if I am.
Right then. Anyway, let's
Oh
get
my
back to the
God.
let's get back to the matches. Right. So Dan, we're all going for Noah. That's 2-0 to UK.
I think you're making this.
Right, no, I'm not. Right. No, this one, let's be honest on this one. No, this one's interesting. And that's Paul Passmore, James Wall. No, I'm just going to sit back and just say I was all James Wall until James Wall sent me the East versus West Challenger match that Paul Passmore had. And now I'm really undecided, like genuinely undecided on this match. I didn't realise Paul Passmore's fingers could like wrap round so far at the back of an hand. I didn't realise he had so much arm power, side pressure. To be honest, I know he was mega strong when he was a lot bigger. I didn't realise he kept it with that physique. Seriously, guys, full on 50-50. I'm sitting on the fence. I don't know who's going to win that match. And we're going to start with you, Jordy.
Here's the thing. Paul has something to prove. He had a good Challenger Series match. Then his last match, super match, took place in January at Knuckles Up. And he pulled a guy from Korea. He went up 2-0. And then he steamed out and lost the next 3. And, you know, him and I have been talking and stuff, and we have a game plan put together. Paul's really motivated. He knows the mistakes he made in that match. So now he wants to make sure he doesn't repeat that going forward. So James Wall, I love you, my man, but you're in trouble because you're going to get the wrath of the Passmore. Ain't going to be no Passmore curse. I'm telling you right now, Paul's going to win 3-1.
Go on, Beech, lad. Let's hear it. No, be honest.
It's hard to say. I've got no data on Passmore. If his stamina's suspect, then he's going to be in big trouble because James can pull all day. And if he's slow, he's going to have to be a lot stronger than James if he's slow because James is just so fast and direct. He's a tall order for anyone. So without having any data on Passmore, I'm going to give it to the brick wall.
Go on, Mr. Cruz.
I actually agree with both of them as far as both of their conditionings and stuff. But I know Paul had cardio, like he needed to work on his cardio because when he just had that last super match, he gassed out. And last time I talked to him, he was doing a lot to get himself ready for the stamina that he's going to need because he knows he has a challenge with James. And I'm going with Paul because I know Paul, once he puts his mind to something, he comes full force with it. So I'm going with Paul that one.
And Dan?
James Wall's consistent. He's consistent in his training, his attitude, his preparation, the way he lives, the way he eats. So he's really, you know, I don't know much about Paul, but I know that James Wall has been prepared. We was at we ran a tournament at his hometown. He didn't take part in it because he was still preparing. That's about a month back. He's getting himself in really good shape. That's going to be a hard man to beat for anybody.
So my rating, that's 2-2. So we've got a draw on that one. So let's put it in the chat. That one. Let's send yours and let's put it in the chat because I want to know what the people. Jordy, you're 62% behind in the chat with the voting. So James has beaten you. So people do believe in you a little bit. People do believe in you a little bit. Just let me just put it in there because I'm interested because
that's why Jody keeps going out. He keeps going onto a different computer to put another vote in.
You guys got all these numbers. You're 38% behind.
I don't even see the polls.
You got to click on the chat
I'm
in order to see it.
Steinermath, for those who knows what Steinermath is.
Oh, what match?
Steinermath. Scott Steinermath. You've got to see that promo if you know about Steinermath.
So what weight is Paul Passmore coming down to for this match? Because obviously
Paul Passmore's coming 105.
because that's not James's natural way.
So basically, this is how I plan it in my head. So we have Ultimate Arm Wrestler in the UK. I don't know if any of you guys have seen an Ultimate Arm Wrestler yet, but it's basically a week or fortnightly show that we have in the back of the gym here. And that's something that we're bringing to America. So Ryan Grandon's going to be bringing that, and we're going to have an Ultimate Arm Wrestler USA, which is basically going to be a weekly or bi-weekly show where 4 men, 2 matches. They come in each and every week, and you're going to just sit down. You're having a little press conference first, and then you're going to have your match, and then you're going to do an after show. It's all going to carry on like that. It's going to be on the Arm Gods channel, okay? And that's coming to the USA in 2025 this year. So that's something that we're going to be speaking about when we're over in America. That's going to be fun. So what's basically going to happen is in America, Arm Gods then will be doing Arm Gods USA belts. So in Canada, that's going to happen as well this year. We're going to Canada back end of the year. We've already been there. We've got the Commonwealth Championships that we do with them. That's successful. So in the UK, like, passes that belt there, kid. These are just replicas of the smaller belts, guys, just so you know. These are like the smaller ones. These are just for sure. But basically, we have these ones. And every UK weight class has those belts. Okay, so we have like UK and Ireland belts. We have for every weight class left and right. And then we also have area champions. So we have like a Southern area champion belt, which is the beginners, you know, like the up and comers, and the Northern area belt as well. So in America, we'll probably have a West Coast one, East Coast, North Coast, or whatever you do over there. So there's going to be a lot of different stuff going on. You guys will battle it out between yourselves in actual super match shows, Arm God USA, and then in independence matches also. So you're winning your own titles for your own country. Canada are going to do the same, and obviously we do the same. In between that, then with us being a Commonwealth country, we've got like South Africa, we've got Canada and India, Pakistan. We've got all these countries and Jamaica, everywhere we can choose from. We've got like a Commonwealth system, the British and them work with. Now, what we're going to do, we're also going to start doing an America and Canadian meetup. So you're going to get like a, you know, whatever championship we make that like a Canuck type thing with you guys. And that's going to happen because obviously you're next door. That's going to breed international super matches, a team event, USA versus Canada, etc. Arm God style, round circle, red lights, smoke, sparks, the works. So there's so much that we're going to be doing. Obviously, I've already touched on the Ultimate Arm Wrestler. We're going to be doing the Independence Cup probably every single year. I think it's going to be a yearly thing. So that's going to be something we can all qualify for. We've already mentioned that we're talking about Summer Blast. That being something that we can get out there. Obviously, with 98%. We're going to be working very closely with Ryan and Josh. We're going to be talking about big collaboration, maybe joining forces. There's a lot to speak about, a lot to talk about, and a lot to do. But these are all plans that we've got for the good old US of A as well. And if we get this right, if we get this right, then I honestly believe that we can be. Well, I thank the universe every day for being the number one arm wrestling promotion in the world. Like, yet we're not there yet. But we're going to be there. No, I'm not saying that's necessarily with the stars, like, you know, with the Hermes and the Levans. And to be honest with you, like me personally, I'm not interested in those guys. I'm interested in Paul Cruz's and Geordie's and Merlot's and Passmore's and Tom, Dick and Harry. I'm interested in them guys. Guys who, you know, might not be the elite of the elite, but guys who are loyal and willing to put it on the line and wanna work their way up to being the best, and we'll support them. Because like most promotions, you know, we're not just going to throw anyone to a sword. There's nobody on this card we can genuinely say anyone's been thrown to a sword. Everything that we do is calculated. Every match that we do, you know, it might be a 52% in one person's favour and a 48% in another. That can't be helped. But that's still an extremely close match. But when we make these matches, we have a good thought process. We're building blocks. We're putting down the common brick before we put on the you know, your normal house brick. You know, we're trying to build a foundation and build it through. We're not trying to rush it. We're not trying to be this big giant promotion what we can't sustain. I mean, we have a subscription model which we're hoping to build. That helps to put these events on. That helps to pay for the flights and the hotels and a couple of dollars. But we're not throwing out this big extravagant money like everybody else and promising them things that we can't give, because we can't do that yet. But one thing I can promise you is this: me and Marcus, are spit and sawdust. We don't do contracts. We spit in our hand. We shake it. We'll always come through for you, and we will do our very best to promote it. And no matter if we're in England, whether we're in America, Ireland, Canada, Wales, Australia, we will do our best to make this show unbelievable. We'll do our best to make you guys welcome and do our very, very best to give everyone the best show. And yeah, I fucking drawn on
We
some.
appreciate that. Thank you.
So yeah,
It wasn't all about you, Jody. We do think you're just going to get lost very easily. You're the sacrificial lamb, but everybody else is 50-50. Just to clarify, he's told me that. Just so you know.
God.
He prepped you for that comment, right?
I guess.
No, just come right out.
That was pre-scripted.
No, that was what he told me about 6 weeks ago when we were first talking about all this.
Oh. You know what? Like, what excites me? What excites me about this is that everybody, like, and this is what most people do. Everyone wants these top pullers, like, and excuse me when I say top pullers, because I do believe that you're all amazing pullers. What I mean is, everybody wants your Kadetchas and your Hermes and people like that, but they're just such a small portion of the people. Now, I don't know about you guys, but how many people are fed up of watching the same matches constantly all the time? Like, they're just recycled. Where, like, I don't want to attract wrestlers to this sport, to what we're doing. I'm not interested in getting 100,000 arm wrestlers to come and watch Arm Gods. Yeah, of course, it'd be awesome if they all subscribed and we made enough money to support the shows. Yeah, of course. But I want the people who are not interested in arm wrestling, like Joe at number 52 and Sally at number 28. I want these people, the people that don't understand arm wrestling, that don't know about arm wrestling. Them are the people that the other 7 billion people on the planet that we want. And our homegrown shows like the Wales shows, etc. We how many would you say, kid? We got probably about 30, 40 arm wrestlers watching in Wales, and probably another 70 or 80 random people from the local area just supporting people.
Yeah,
we had one guy who brought 45 people, Nathan Davey. He brought 45 people to watch him in Wales. He sold 45 tickets. And there was random guys, and they mither all the time. When we're coming back, when you're going to come back, because we're not like everybody else. I mean, like, when you have your matches, guys, you're going to be sat here, and your opponent's going to be sat there. You're next to each other in between rounds. You can't move. The crowd are going to be literally like that far away from you. They could tickle your neck with a toe. They could slap you on back at ear. You're in the crowd. The people are involved in the match. Yeah, we've got you're in a big circle. Everywhere you look, it's just like you're claustrophobic. You're in a pressure cooker ready to explode. And then in between your rounds, you can hear what advice that coach is giving to that guy. And it's like you've got to try and get that into your brain and take in the moment. And then we've got music in, like, because we want to involve the crowd. So then you've got like music. For you guys, we've got bagpipes. For us over in England, we've normally got techno music or like Country Roads or something like Vengabuzz or something, But for you guys, we're bringing in the bagpiper. So in between rounds, there'll be all that bullshit, and we can get the crowd going. So it's about involving the crowd. So when we go to a place, we want to get paid seats. We want people drinking beer. We want people buying merchandise, and that's how you make things work. That's how you get things going, and you can keep things sustainable. You find lots of little revenue streams, and then from little acorns, big trees grow, and that's what we're attempting to do. So when we go to a place, we want the bar, we want all the bullshit that goes with it, and then that gives you the best opportunity of making things work. Whereas a lot of other promotions have come in and they throw in, oh, I can give you 10 grand because they just want to
Let's
snatch
put their
that.
own time.
They give 10 grand for that arm wrestler, and then
You
before
don't
you
need
know
to
it,
tap it.
like they've skinned and they can't do it again. I mean, like look at Knuckles Up now. I was a fan of Knuckles Up. I mean, I used to have a bit of fun with Fat Will. But I'll be honest with you, I was a fan, and I'm actually genuinely gutted at what's happened to them because they built such a lovely brand. Like I love the colouring, I love what they were doing, and I wish them all the best. And I really hope they can resolve the problem. Like I genuinely, hand on earth, I don't want to see anybody fail. I want everyone to succeed, and I hope there's a way back from. And if they do reach out and they want an olive branch, if they want to come over to our show and they want to reach out, then I'll shake hands with Will and we can speak and we can look how we can help them or whatever and bring a bit of confidence back to them, you know. But I will say, listen, Fat Will, you fucking shithouse. You shouldn't treat your pullers like that. And I might have to slap you about with fucking right hand. That's it. Right, sorry about that. So we'll move on to the next match. I've fucking drawn on, don't I?
You do.
I'm just curious, you know what it is with a lot of the arm wrestles, like because we're the day before. A lot of these guys that normally do the winter blast, they come, you know, the day of, and some of them leave, you know, drive a couple hours in, they arm wrestle, and then they drive a few hours home. The day before, I'm hoping it doesn't affect the outcome of our event, you know, as far as the audience and the crowd, as opposed to how many people are going to be there the next day. So I'm really hoping we have a good showing for this the Supermatch series part.
Yeah, yeah, Paul, I agree. I mean, the thing is, Paul, that's out of our control. So, truthfully, it is what it is. We're a new promotion coming into a country that's dominated by American promotions, and you know, some people will take us with a pinch of salt. We're not the best at promoting things. There's only really me and Marcus and a few other of our main helpers. We're not got anyone who can do reels and all that bullshit. We struggle with all that. So we're not the best promoters. But what I do believe is this: it doesn't matter if 10 people turn up or 110 people. We will entertain like nobody else has done. We will have great matches. We'll have pre-show stuff, and we'll make it work one way or another. Whoever comes, we'll speak about it, and we'll build from there. When we went to Canada, just a curiosity, when we went to Canada, we sold about 26 tickets about 3 days before, and then on the day of the event, we sold about 130, 140. They just come. Yeah, like
that's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah. And you know
I hope the same for here. At least, you know, I'm hoping to fill the seats. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you know, the vibe of the audience, also like the vibe of the place. You know what I'm saying? You get everybody going with it. It gets everything going. It gets the whole motion. Everybody just gets. I feel like that helped for me personally. I feel like that crowd camaraderie also is like kind of like a good pump.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what we're trying to build. That's what we. I mean, if you go back and watch Gods Canada on our thing, you'll see like Eric Roussan, he was watching it on TV, and then he drove 45 minutes because of the atmosphere. Were that wild? Now, I don't know how you Yanks are compared to how the Canadians are, but they're a wild bunch. They're very much similar like we are. UK boys are a bit hooliganism and. You know, like they're very much of a party atmosphere type guys. And we went down really well there, and I can't wait to go back. I'm sort of hoping we get the same thing when we come to Winter Blast, because if we can make an impression and we can set our plans in motion, I guarantee you that you guys are going to have something absolutely massive in this next 2-3 years. I promise you.
Yep.
Like, it's going to be huge. I mean, we've come so far. Like from nothing. I mean, when we started, me and Marcus, it was just a thought. When I first started doing tournaments, I was doing them upstairs in this building here, and people were coming, and it was with a cheap disco light and a black piece of black bin liner. And we've moved so far. You know, we've moved so far, and we've made every mistake under the sun. Any mistake that anyone can make, we've made it 10 times. And you know, there's times when I've been doing events, and I've literally. I've had a sparkler machine in one hand. I've had one phone in another doing music. I've had a mic on commentating, another mic emceeing, and a tour, literally, no word of a lie, on a tour on a smoke machine, like doing
that was
5
Sunday.
jobs.
Where was your beer?
That was Sunday as well.
So Marcus didn't buy me a beer, but yeah, that was like Sunday at Ultimate Arm Wrestler. Like currently, Ultimate Arm Wrestler, like there's like me and my sister, like so I'm doing like 5 jobs and she's doing 1, but it's what you've got to.
You cheeky shit.
Yeah. But it's what you've got to do to build something, you know. And then when we can, you know, afford to like start giving people roles and stuff like that, then we will do. But it's just like constant progression, and it's just as long as people are seeing like the little bit of progression each and every time, then people are happy with it, and that's where we are. And that's why I feel like we're building a great foundation, and it's just gonna keep going from there.
So I'll tell you what you're going to get is once the show's finished, if you get a good turnout in the crowd, you're going to be inundated with people that want to be a part of it. Once they've experienced the atmosphere, everybody that's been there watching all say, I want to get on one of them cards because it's that good. The atmosphere is unreal. Like when we did Canada, and this is going to be the same. So
Awesome.
yeah, I'm just happy to be on another one. You guys are going to love it as well. Everybody else there they'll get that buzz once they felt the atmosphere, and they'll all want a part of it then. So I think it'll just grow from here.
Well, this guy's in the chat, and we're going to get through a couple of these more before we call it a day. But I just want to talk about it while he's in here, and this one is what I want to see the most. This is my favourite match of the night, personally, and it's Jason Merlo and David Bradford, who's just popped up on the screen. Pick me a winner, guys, because I'm telling you now, I cannot pick a winner.
I can. You do realize that. Go ahead, Paul. Run it.
I mean, for me, it's Jason. It's always Jason. I mean, he's dominant. He knows what he's been putting in his work. I don't know. I've watched some matches back. You know, I know Jason. I've seen him pull. I love watching him pull. And then I didn't know who the other guy was. I said, all right, let me go watch my videos like everyone you guys did for me. So whoever didn't know me, you know, we do a homework. And I'm like, yo, in my mind, Jason's got this. It's that simple. I don't sleep on anyone ever. Any given day, anybody's match. But in my opinion, I think Jason's got this.
I couldn't make it. I can make a case for both guys, but I can't pick a winner. And this is the thing. Was the best thing about making these matches is that I know where Jason Merlo, what he did with Tom Holland. I also know what Jason Merlo did with Bogdan, and then I also know what David Bradford does with Bogdan and Tom Holland, and it literally is a toss of a coin. I mean, this one is whoever gets that strap. Whoever is patient, I said it last night, and I'm going to say it again. Whoever's patient, just that split second of patience, will win this match. Seriously, because both guys are studs. I mean, I didn't realize that Jason Merlo were built like a brick shithouse. I mean, I was looking at one of his, like, he's doing a wrist curling video on the. I
hope he's not. He's only got a medium-sized shirt.
Oh no, he looked good in that medium-sized shirt, yeah. But he was doing his wrist curl on his pulley, and his forearm where it was like a 7.5-inch erect penis. You know what I mean? Like a porn star's penis with veins all over it. I couldn't believe it. You were like fucking hell, Merlo. But then I saw a video of David Bradford. He took his top off, and he looked like fucking Conan the Destroyer walking around. I'm thinking, fucking hell. Like, I've never seen him in such shape. He had like a 6-pack. His chest was chiseled. Shoulders were up. I'm thinking, yeah, these guys, man. I mean, they're all taking this so serious, and they have to, because obviously it's such a big event now. But I'm so like proud of all of them, because they really are like putting the work in, and people are getting in the best form of their life. I mean, look at Jody. I mean, let's think, 12 weeks ago, 15 weeks ago, Jody Chocolate Thunder. You know, he wasn't really on many people's radar for being an amazing arm wrestler. But he's now doing things with his training, like he's standing on his plate gripper, doing his finger stuff, could never do that before. He's upped his game, he's leveled up. Jody's now a serious contender. Jody can, you know, can upset the apple cart. Jody can put himself on the world stage. If he beats James Beech, he's literally thrown himself onto a world stage because James Beech is building that world name now. He's building that world name. And if Jody beats him and turns him over, this is Jody's time to shine. He's no longer Jody Thunder, who's like, you know, top 5, top 6 in 242 class or whatever. This is Jody Thunder, who's like a genuine fucking prospect to be in that top few, you know. And this is what it does. It brings out men who haven't really had the opportunities to become actual superstars. And I can foresee it with a lot of people. I mean, you see that Kevin Palco dude, yeah? You see him. I mean, he's like doing his gymnastics everywhere. We've got Connor Sale. You know, I can't pick a winner there. You know, we've got Minder and Nick Stone. Now, you know, we explained last night that Minder was having his opportunity to push forward against Corey because that's what we thought as a promotion, as our champion, that he needed. Everyone has to have that step up where it's rather too far or it's not, and we find that person's level. But now he stepped up against Nick Stone, and everyone thinks it's a lot more competitive, which it probably is. And that's the thing. If you look from the top to the bottom of this card, Josh Davis and Bob Brown, you look at all their matches, you can't honestly say, and on earth, that guy's going to win. Can any of you on the screen and on earth say that's 100% bona fide win?
Jim Beech.
Be honest. You can be honest.
One match.
Jim Beech is going to win.
Question.
Go on.
Dan Plexman is asking, where and when will weigh-ins be for the tournament on Saturday?
Well, you might be better off asking. Hang on, I might have the thing. So, Candy, we get it. You'll have sex all the time. Oh gosh, I don't know what conversation we've come into here. Right, let me have a look. We do have a poster somewhere. I don't know if it's on here. Oh, there you go. So pre-match weigh-ins are 4 till 6 p.m. on the Friday. So yeah, get there for Friday, and that means you can come and watch the arm wrestling at night there. I mean, Mr. Plexman will be there, I've no doubt. But yeah, so it's Saturday, 22nd of March, kicks off at 1 p.m. And if your pre-match weigh-ins are on Friday between 4 and 6 p.m., I'm not sure about the rest on the Saturday. But yeah, Mr. Plexman, hopefully see you there again, son. Lovely bloke.
Dylan Gosling's in the chat, and
Dylan.
He's saying that he genuinely thinks that Bradford's got this.
Yeah, I mean, there's an opinion thinking he's got it. I mean, but he wouldn't bet it. He wouldn't bet his house on it. So, Dylan, would you bet your house on it? There's no one betting their house on that match. Nobody. I'm not bothered who you are. Like Merlo wouldn't bet his house on it. Neither would Bradford. This is how close it is. Like this
whole card is back and forth with every single person. It can take a turn either way with this entire card. That's why I really like this card.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. And the thing is, you can sort of like you fit into so many good matches. Like you would be a good match for James Wall. You'd be a good match for James Beech. You'd be a good match for me. You're a good match for Bogdan. You're a good match for even David Bradford, people, because he can go up in weight. You know, Lee Webber, who's pulling Irving J. You're a good match for him. I mean, you and Lee Webber, I think that match would be like 5-minute match. Like first round, it'd be unreal. You know, we can match you up. We can match Jody up with so many good guys. I think we can match everyone up.
We can mix and match a lot of it and still make amazing matches.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like you've got RVJ and Lee Webber. I mean, everyone's thinking RVJ is probably going to turn over Lee Webber. I think Lee Webber's going to shock the world. You know, and I love Rob. I'm one of Rob's biggest fans. I mean,
I think that in Lee Webber inside is just he's a lot. He's a lot inside. If he gets that deep inside, I think, and RVJ's great there, and I love RVJ, but I think if they go too deep inside, I think he's got too much gas in that tank.
Mm.
So it's a matter of that's going to be a war. I feel like it's good. One of those matches is going slammed inside, and it's going to be a battle. It's going to be great.
Well, Paul, more than likely, the winner of that match is going to face the winner of you and Bogdan for the world title. So if you do take Bogdan's world title, you can pretty much look forward to pulling the winner of that one for your next match.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so that'll probably be in Ireland, possibly.
Sounds good. It's even more
um,
motivation for me to win. Go to Ireland. I've never been there. I would love to be there.
And then what we would do then is the winner of Wall and Passmore under 105 would probably then get the opportunity to pull the winner of that, you know. So that's what we're trying to build. Which we always try and build matches where we can progress people. So obviously BLM's under, you know, with us. He's got a Commonwealth belt. He's under our charge. BLM, we just had him over here. James beat him left-handed. And BLM, we're gonna introduce him right-handed when he's ready. So that's always a match as well. You know, BLM comes back, he can pull you. BLM can.
Did BLM just pull righty or lefty at Mac?
He pulled James Beech lefty because he was injured right. He broke his elbow against Stoiker in March. Yeah. Didn't
BLM just pull last week at Mac event up in Canada?
Yeah, I think it was still left hand too. He still pulled that.
Still left hand?
Yeah, lefty. Yep. Yeah. So he fingered, but he'll be back towards back end of year. But he's someone that obviously we're going to introduce. And then obviously Pork Chop pulled with us and Matt Smith. So we're going to get Pork Chop and like, you know, Nathan McClellan against Pork Chop 115 kilo match, or even you, or you know, it's. The matches are endless. You know what I mean? The matches become endless because obviously we've got a really good thingy with Canada as well.
I'd like to see Elliot Eccles chucked in the mix with Paul Cruz.
Yeah, Elliot Eccles, 105 EFA World Champion. He's you and Paul Cruz. Yeah, Elliot and Paul Cruz would be an unbelievable match as well. The thing is with the Ultimate Arm Wrestler stuff, we can do stuff like this. So like, for instance, in January, what we did, we flew in Pork Chop, BLM, and Matt Smith. They was like obviously got a good relationship with us. We flew them in. We did an Ultimate Arm Wrestler over 2 days. We give them both all the left arm and right arm match by BLM, and then we flew them back home. So things like that can happen with Ultimate Arm Wrestlers. It doesn't always have to be like a massive show. We might just say, right, Jody, we're going to throw you on a plane on a Thursday. You're going to compete Saturday and Sunday, and we're sending you on Monday morning. See you later. And like that, or I might do an Ultimate Arm Wrestler, and I might think, okay, so Ryan Grandin puts one on, and I say, right, Paul, I'm challenging you to a match, Ultimate Arm Wrestler in wherever Ryan sorts it out, PA, whatever. I'm coming over, and the next minute I jump on a plane, I fly over. Me and Paul Cruz are having an Ultimate Arm Wrestler match. And then I just fly home a couple of days later. That's the fun of Ultimate Arm Wrestler. So if we can get Ultimate Arm Wrestler in Canada, we get Ultimate Arm Wrestler in America, we've got Ultimate Arm Wrestler in UK, and obviously, hopefully, other countries eventually. If we can do that, where we have people committed to putting on a weekly or bi-weekly show, then you imagine all the content running on all the time through the website. It's constant. That makes people want to be subscription holders, and then it makes people's flights and hotels and whatever possible. So again, it starts to look after itself. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we want to get to. Like, I'm going to put it out there right now that it'll
make it self-sustaining.
100%. Everything that we do, Paul, is about self-sustaining. Like, so we've got merch coming out. I don't know if you noticed, we've got like all. Like, man, just go to my car. Just go to my car there and on front. There's I did a Devil in the Rat t-shirt. Just go to the van there, look. It's on the floor. I'll show you this t-shirt now. Oh, yeah.
Arm God's engraved cup.
Oh, I like that.
Dude, I put stickers on my shit. See?
Arm God's hat, look.
That's my stickers I put on everything.
Nice.
You got a fishing hat?
Yeah, that's Arm God's one. Look. It's got
Bucket
the
hat.
name on the front and the symbol on the back.
I like those shoes that Paul had the other night on the show. They're in the background.
Shoes?
Yeah, they had shoes.
Whiskey glass as well. Jim bought me some of them, didn't you, Jim?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
And that
those right
tanker
there.
they just showed. Yeah.
Those are actually dope.
I like those.
Yeah. Do they come in men's sizes?
What size is that?
Smaller than my foot.
Oh, did you hit the mute button again?
Yeah, he's definitely muted.
Ah, Devin shirt.
I gotta zoom in. That's funny. That's funny.
Hey, tell Paul to hit the mute button.
I know he's better like this.
Yeah. He's better like this.
Oh, none of us can hear you.
He said, hold on. He's getting a James Beach t-shirt ready. What did he say?
Not a clue.
It's his microphone. It's the old diving thing. I left it behind in the car.
Ah. Well, meanwhile, while Paul's having technical difficulties, I do like that idea with the UK, USA, Canada getting together for the Ultimate Arm Wrestling. I do like that. And, so Paul's calling, he's calling James. And that's why his screen went black. He's probably on the phone with him.
Yeah. That's right. We can carry on with something sensible.
Can
So
you hear
you
me
like
now?
that idea then, Joey? That's
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, it's all right.
Unfortunately,
The other battery died on there. So these Devil Lorat t-shirt and everyone
That's funny.
Everyone's going to have these ones. So we've got Todzilla ones, we've got Paul Cruz, Johnny Williams, we've got Beech ones, Dan ones. Everyone's going to have their own. So basically,
awesome.
we don't bullshit. So I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so what we figure is if we make these t-shirts and I make a cruise control one, right? So more likely, Paul's going to buy his own t-shirt. He's going to buy his hoodie. He's probably a family member or a friend's going to buy a t-shirt or an hoodie. Now, let's say we make $7 on that t-shirt or $7 on that hoodie. That's just off Paul. Now, if we make 300 t-shirts, 400 t-shirts, and we've got a company that prints them to and sticks them on as they get ordered. Now, if we can start doing that of more pullers, the better. It means that we can earn money, which in turn makes it sustainable wheel, keeps turning the wheels to be able to put on the shows. So it makes sense, doesn't it? You know what I mean? So we just need nice t-shirts, different from everybody else's. We do that. Then we have obviously our subscription, which we want to build. And then we try and get people on the bums on seats, ticket sales, selling, make it where you go to a place where you can get your own bar, so you get the bar sales, etc. So it's about having them different avenues all the time to try and make things sustainable. And that's what it's all about. Nobody's sustainable at the moment, I don't think personally. I think that's evident in what's happened with Knuckles Up. So what we have to do is to keep things, keep the wheels greased and going, is to do things like this, as silly as it sounds. I mean, we're just setting up now a big thing with Gods of Grip. Like, Gods of Grip already have a US market, but Gods of Grip are coming in with us. They're coming into America with 98% and us. So that's going to be something. It's a collaboration. So we're all going to be working together. It's pointless saying that we can do X, Y, and Z when we can't. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to bullshit anybody. We're just trying our best. Like, we're trying our best to make things sustainable. And if this event goes how we want it to go, and then we can carry on doing future events, then yeah, we're going to be around for a long time. And hopefully, like my dream is being the number one promotion. If that's not the case, then it's just not the case. But and then we just go back to promoting, in UK, where it doesn't rinse us and cost us £1 million. But we're going to try our best, and we're going to do everything. When we sat down, me and Marcus, we sat down a couple of years ago, and I said to him, listen, as long as we can try and make it self-sustaining, then that's all that matters to me. And up to now, we're not doing a very good job of it, I won't lie. We're doing a terrible job. But the thing is, each and every event that we do, it's getting better. So we're getting there, we're in touching distance of actually a show maybe paying for itself soon, instead of like, Marcus having to go out and sell his giant penis to loads of gay men.
Well, you guys, from what I've seen, you guys go above and beyond. That's where it's a lot. Yeah, I can't wait to see the show. I mean, everything I'm hearing, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. But it's like you guys really go above and beyond.
I think what it is, Paul, like, we're not interested in making, like, me and Marcus are not interested in making money. I have a different job. Marcus has a good job as well. And we're not interested in making money. And don't get us wrong, we're not like walking around like we're Billy Big Dick with millionaires, because we're just not. We're just two average guys who have a passion for something that we just want to do. And we're not bothered about making money. I've been an arm wrestler for 28 years. Arm wrestling's given me so much more back than I've ever given that. So it's very easy for me to be put out by arm wrestling and just try and make it work. And I'll probably do it to the day I die. Because the thing is, like, people get greedy. People want money. It's all about money all the time. Now, anyone who says it's not, they generally telling fibs, apart from me. Because I'll tell you now, like, we don't care. Like, the biggest buzz for me is like me and James are very close friends. Me and Dan are close friends. And the biggest buzz for me is seeing my friends, because I don't have many friends. You have acquaintances, but you don't have many friends, let's be honest here. And I can count them on maybe two hands. But the biggest buzz for me is seeing these guys, like, living the dream, like, and arm wrestling. And then, like, when James won his last big match, he come over and give me a big hug. And he's like tearing up because he's so excited, and he's fucking buzzing, and he's drinking a pint, and his missus is giving him a gobble because he's a champ, and he's got his belt around his waist, and things like that. To me, that's £1 million to me. Like me coming over to you now, and you guys having an amazing time, and coming over at end of night saying, you know what, Paul, thank you very much, Paul and Marcus. This was a great event. We can't wait for the next one. That's more than enough for me and Marcus. That's more than enough, because, like, when you have that attitude, when you have that way about you, where you're just happy in general, then that's all we ask for. Just a thanks at end at night, and we'll see you again soon. And it's true, isn't it, kid? Like, I'm not bullshitting here.
No, you know.
It is like we're not interested in the money side of things, because
it's just as well.
Yeah, it's just as well, yeah. But we're not. We just want people to just say, you know what, Arm Gods are a fucking awesome place to be, and we want to go back. And I genuinely believe you will. Like, I honestly believe that now. And I look at us like we're the people's champs. Like, whether you love us or you don't, we're the people's champions. And there's no airs and graces. You'll never get ripped off. We'll always tell you the truth. We'll tell you how it is. A spade's a spade, a heart's a heart, whatever, a club's a club. And you always approach us.
Can I just point our attention to the Wall Passmore vote? It's 50-50.
Is it really?
It certainly is.
Oh, well, Paul, it is actually, it's a genuine 50-50. So what we'll do, we'll actually end that poll at 50-50. Because, yeah. And I'll tell you what, guys, I've got 24, I'm going to do an Aussie arm wrestle. I've got 24 likes, but you've had all these guys in chat all night. Come on, click out, click back in, give us a like. That's what you're saying, it? When you're like gagging for.
I'm on my phone right now, and as we're talking, I'm watching the comments just keep adding up. I'm at like 187 that I haven't looked at yet. It's just they just keep adding up the comments.
voted and there's only 28 people who've liked it, something like that.
Yeah, that's terrible, that. Well,
Shocking.
listen, I'm not being funny, boys, but I think, unless you've got anything else to say, I'm going to call it a night.
You never had a fucking chance to say anything because you never stopped talking, for fuck's sake.
All right, well, go on then. I'll let you have 5 minutes.
Well,
Wait, you gotta
I'm just,
unplug his microphone again.
I'm just
Yeah.
very impressed that we're going to have a good show and there's some good killers out there. We're going to come over there, invade, take all the prizes and the belts home, have a good laugh, and it'll be great.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? I'm your fucking brother. You've seen it before.
I know, but I don't want to see it.
I know, what a fucking man. Look at that. Oh!
Oh, that's so cute.
Excuse me, they can only see the top half. They want to see the belly.
Forget the belly.
Oh.
You tell me I'm not ready for that fucking Don Underwood. Go on, tell me.
I don't even know who Don Underwood is.
I'll tell you what, I'm a fucking stud.
You're a tit.
Like,
That's what you are.
Marcus Thompson's Jonathan. Yeah.
I just definitely have to say I love it. You guys, the way you guys talk, ahoy and cunt and tit, and it just cracks us up.
No, Jodie, I don't use the C word.
That's not Geordie, that's Paul Cruz.
No, I said it, not Jody. No, the women don't. Paul does. Paul definitely does.
I don't.
Oh no, listen, don't let me sister fool you. Like,
I don't.
He's gonna release the chocolate thunder.
there, yeah.
What are you? Oh my god.
Look at
That's
that.
great.
Oh, hang on, let me get in front of you. Oh my goodness me. Yeah. You know what that
Oh,
is?
and I gotta get a tape measure and get you guys those measurements you needed. I don't even know.
Yeah, well, we could do. Yeah, anyone who's not got it, who's watching, please get your measurements in. For you, Paul, we'd like penis measurements as well.
Centimeters.
I'll get my measures in tonight. I'll put mine in tonight.
Well, what age, Jordy? Being a black man, Jordy, you've obviously measured your penis. How big is it?
Don't dear me.
No answer. Just
No, don't.
Jordy, seriously, I'm carrying a length on me. Like, I'm carrying a length. So I appreciate another man with a big penis. So go on. See, apparently I've got a chord. I don't know if you know what a chord is, Jordy.
it may not be long, but it'll scrape the sides of a tuna can.
Yeah, that pretty much one of them, man. Yeah. James Beech saw my penis once. He said it looked like one of them sweet potatoes that you have in a supermarket, but not a nice one in a bag. One of them ugly ones that gets stuck on its own. Yeah. Marcus Thompson, actually, he's in the chat. Obviously, he's in the chat there. But we have a nickname for his penis. It's called Seabiscuit. Have you ever seen the movie The Horse? It's called Seabiscuit. Yeah. You're like, if you ever seen a penis that big in my life, it was like we were stood there. We was in Ireland, and it was at Evan Burgoyne's wedding, and we did. Evan got married in like a castle. And it was a bit of a fun wedding, but it was good fun. Marcus organised it, so we're having a few beers and all that, and I kept all night with little chipolata sausages. And Marcus, he wears these really tight pants, and they always slide down his arse cheek. So I was sticking sausages in his arsehole all night, right? So he goes to the toilet and he empties his pants, and I shit you not, was having a piss, and he pulled his cock out, and I'm not even joking, like a fucking baby's arm holding an apple. And you're like, I'm telling you, like this fucking, honestly, it was like fucking, it was fucking ridiculous. If it wasn't 8-inch on flop and like a can of Coke, I'm telling lies, honestly. Like, you could have faked sugar lumps, it was that big. He would have eaten it.
But Paul, everybody knows that you tell lies.
I don't tell lies. My name's not Pinocchio. Pick up, I told you.
You exaggerate massively.
No, Marcus has an 8-inch penis on the slack.
Well, I'm not. I
And
don't.
when I saw James Wall, he had a 3-inch penis. So go on, Jodie. How big is it before we go? Because I'm signing off. Come on, Jode. Well, Paul, how big's Jodie's dick?
I don't know what I know.
You know what? Everyone says Americans don't have any good humour, but you're quite funny in a dry way. You know what I mean?
We're not meat we're not meat gazers over here. At least the majority of us aren't.
So are you a New Yorker, Paul? Yeah.
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 Do you know any mafia?
What do you mean? Is
Yeah.
it mafia? Have you never seen him? He's in Sopranos.
Most people, some people know somebody or related to somebody in there. So, and it's not the way it used to be, or in past tense.
Marcus was at IRA, obviously, so he was at. We don't really like speaking about that because he's obviously like Marcus. So for people who don't know about Marcus, before we sign off, he was originally he was a traveller. So a traveller is like a gypsy back in the day. He got brought up in a caravan. He used to go around tarmacking and like doing people's block paving in the driveways and stuff like that. That's how he started to make his money. And then he started reading poems, like gypsy reading poems. And then he went around selling pegs and stuff like that to people's doors. And then
So carnival, town to town.
Yeah. He started working in a carnival. Then after that, he bought a computer, a Spectrum 128K Plus. You remember them, don't you? Them old Spectrums.
Commodore 64.
Yeah, Commodore. Yeah. Yeah, he bought one of them and then became an IT giant, and then that's how Marcus made his money. That and international crime scene, selling women. He was a sex trafficker for a little while. He was actually in three gay Paul movies. He played Frodo Shaggins in Lord of the Ring Piece 1, 2, and 3. He got bum raw. you don't. None of them two laugh then. Do you not get it? Marcus played Frodo Shaggins in a gay porn movie called Lord of the Ring Piece 1, 2, and 3. No? Lord of the Ring Piece. The arsehole. A ring piece. No?
No. No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
See, this is what I'm saying.
These fucking Yanks, they don't know what day week it is.
Your guys aren't even laughing at you.
Yeah, look,
See?
they're fucking disgusted, that's why.
God.
Oh, fuck it. Right, listen, boys, it's time to go home. I'm going to go home now and make love 3 times. Well, that's not scaring me.
That little baby arm of yours.
Bullshit, look at that. That looks like a drumstick, chicken drumstick.
Yeah, like one of the all-you-can-eat wings at friggin' Hooters. Little baby wings.
Can I do tomorrow night?
Go on, Dan, show Joe for yours looks like an Ethiopian.
You do it the right way, where you just.
Fucking hell, that's a skinny arm, that.
Skinny arm. I don't even. I see through it. I can still read the whole sign behind you.
Whoa, I'm not fucking hell.
What is going on? I think I'm just going to have to get my.
Oh, that's over.
Yeah, fucking hell, look at the size of that little finger.
I definitely got coverage.
Yeah. Have you got anything to say, Dan, before we go home?
I can't wait. I'll come back. I'm going to be coming back on with you tomorrow, right?
Yeah. We want you on tomorrow. Bogdan needs to get in touch, and then
Who is it tomorrow?
it's Wall and Passmore and Bogdan and Cruz.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, because I want a match for the what would ideally for me for the United States Championship belt would be Paul Passmore versus Paul Cruz at 105. I'd love that for the 105 Championship. That'd be a good match. How does that sound, Paul?
I don't say no.
No, I think that one could go down. Because I would like to see you and Paul Passmore.
Always.
Oh, Caroline Loomis is rolled into the chat. Late super chat. Thank you very much, Caroline. And I hope you like your t-shirts, by the way. Can you just take your laptop, Paul?
You got to take your laptop on Friday night and put the music through the soundboard and just to your speakers.
Yeah, I guess. Josh could do what he wants, I guess. I mean, we did have good audio tonight till he went, but I don't know if you complained about the audio or not, Caroline. I do apologise.
She's kidding. She's just kidding.
Oh, is she now? Oh, well, I'm not kidding. Caroline, behave yourself. And Caroline, are you coming to watch the event? I mean, we don't let many women in. I mean, we're not very fond of women at Home Gods. Everyone knows that.
She'll be there.
Do you want me to hurt you?
What again? You know, she's evil. You know, my sister. You know what she did to me when
I think she's actually behaving quite well.
Well, she's not actually the savage. Actually, she's actually when I was 12 months old.
Another story.
She assaulted me and bashed my head in the floor and gave me a stitch back in my head. And then when I was 4 years old, I jumped on a dollhouse at Christmas and broke it. So she leathered me. And in fact, one day, true story, her and a few of her other friends, right? This is a true story. I'm going to sign off on this story. I am going to sign off.
Oh my
so
God.
her and her friends used to always bully me because like they're 4 or 5 years older than me. So there was Suzanne Briggs, Leanne Woods from across the road with her. There was my sister and a couple more of them. So every day they used to beat me up or throw me at nettle bushes or whack me with a belt of some kind. So I thought, you know what? She's laughing because she knows it's fucking true. So then what I did one day, I thought, right, I'm going to get you back, you fucking slags, right? So I stuck my fingers up my arse, right? Stuck my fingers up my arse, got a little bit of poo on it, and went over to her mate and shoved them in her mouth. You remember that? And then I shoved them in her mouth. They got me. Do you remember? They tied me to my garden gate like this. They tied me up with belts and rope, and they beat me up to fucking. Did you remember?
I don't know what's worse than that story. You admitting to sticking your fingers up your own ass, or you sticking it in her mouth?
Paul Cruz, this is one of the famous stories of his I've ever heard. You'll hear the real ones.
He did actually put his fingers up his bum and into a mouth, but actually we never beat you at all.
Yeah, put him in her mouth. The thing is, she was like, oh, it was horrendous. It was really bad. But then, like, they used to always like strip me naked and throw me in nettle bushes. Like, they used to take all my clothes off and throw me in some nettles, them stinging nettles, and you wonder how it turned out like I have. Like, everyone,
I have never stripped you.
I'm there, some poor boy struggling to fit in with ADHD. And then they like, just like, because I was different than all the other boys and girls.
Oh, you're definitely different.
They threw me in nettle bushes, they beat me. I mean, I don't want to admit this on camera, but my uncle touched me.
We just went to therapy, or wait TMI.
This is therapy right now. This is the focus group.
Normally a focus group doesn't leave the circle, but this shit's live.
Yeah, he's not worried about that.
Look at Johnny's face. Oh, guys, don't worry about.
Stop telling lies.
He didn't touch me, really, didn't he? He just wanked me off.
Oh, stop it. And I'm going to be forced to harm you.
Sorry. Did he touch you too?
Johnny's like, I got nothing.
Sorry about this guy, yeah, we won't. Oh, fucking hell. We won't go there. Listen, on that note, my uncle didn't touch us, really, I promise. My fucking ass is still killing me. But listen, guys.
How you doing, James? You doing all right? You doing good, James?
It's your boy, James.
James, you're muted.
I do think that
You're muted, James.
Definitely need to start taking some serious vitamin pills and
can't hear from
medication.
No, like, yeah, on a serious note, though, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. The English and Irish humour is completely different, but you will get used to it. But other than that, everything's good. I fly out on Sunday night, so I'll be in New York on Sunday. I'm doing Paddy's Day in New York, so
nice.
And then I'm there till Wednesday, and then we jump on a big yellow school bus and we're driving over to All Valley Casino, which I'm looking forward to.
Valley Forge.
So you're gonna be in Manhattan for the parade?
Yes.
You'll notice when we turn up in the
what is
bus,
that, Monday?
we'll have our noses and our tongues to the window like this going.
So you're going to be. Do you know how long you're going to be in the city on Monday?
Yeah, I'm stopping there for till Wednesday.
You're staying in Manhattan?
Yeah. I'm stopping on about literally like 1 minute from Times Square.
Okay, because I work right there.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, and I work Monday night 4 to midnight.
All right, well.
So Monday and Tuesday, I can come out. We can get, say what's up, hang out a little bit. I can't eat nothing because I'm going to be fucking water loading and miserable for the whole week, but I'll definitely come out.
Yeah, listen, hit me up on WhatsApp and what have you, and then we'll organise something, yeah. I'll let you meet my wife. She's very beautiful.
You're coming out this Monday? Like
this Sunday. So I fly out Sunday, UK time, so it'll be the time. So I fly out 9 o'clock a.m., 9 a.m. your time Sunday, so I get there for about 6 p.m. So then I've got my wife and 2 kids with me, so we'll be checking in to hotel, and then we're doing Paddy's Day. We've got all the beards and the leprechaun hats and all that bullshit. So we've got that there. Then we just obviously take kids sightseeing to a few places, and then with Wednesday afternoon, the Jim and the rest of the UK team fly in on on Wednesday. Then we jump on a big yellow school bus and we all drive over to PA.
what?
Yeah,
all right,
it is,
so,
yeah.
Awesome.
So are you actually a train driver or a conductor? Or
no,
what?
I work on the tracks, like the switches, the crossing gates that go up and down. I control the speed control through, computer logic, stuff like that. Basically, govern the trains without being on them. I control the guy that controls the trains.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a pretty important job then, isn't it? That's interesting.
Yeah, I work in Grand Central Terminal in Manhattan.
Yeah, so is that like where the big clock is? Because I was in there last time.
That's where the ceiling, the cathedral ceiling is that you see in movies. That entranceway with all the paintings on the ceiling, shit. That's right there.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
There's
that's
actually,
cool. I'll definitely be in there because I'll be 100%. I'll WhatsApp you. I'll say, Paul, look on camera now. You say what? I'll say, look at this.
No, hit me up, and if I could get out, I'll dip out for a little bit and come hang out for a bit. At least say what's up.
Yeah, that'd be out. So when do you work? 4 till midnight?
Yeah.
4 p.m. till midnight. All right then, dude. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I'll 100% give you a message.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be crazy there on Monday after the parade and stuff. Oh, that's going to be just chaos. You're going to see Manhattan like you've never seen it on the St. Patrick's Day parade. Any parade in Manhattan is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, it's been on my bucket list. I've always wanted to do it. Originally, I was going to do Boston because I believe that was meant to be good, but then it's 5 hours away, so I don't really want to go and do another flight 5 hours. So we're going into Newark, flying into JFK, and then we're meeting these guys at Newark Airport on Wednesday, and then off we go school bus. So yeah, right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Okay. All right.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, guys. You take care, gents. Thank you very much.
Good night, guys.
And thank you for being in the chat. Good night. And God bless.
Thanks, guys.